Just yesterday, Mika Immonen announced on his Facebook page that he was diagnosed with cancer and is beginning a fight. He's the guy to do it. That's what he's exemplified throughout his pool career. So please head over to his Facebook page if you so wish, and include him in your thoughts and your prayers. When you mention Mika Immonen, we think of 9-ball, world champion at 9-ball. But Mika loves the game of straight pool, and he is a champion straight pool player, loves the strategy and the patterns. He won the 2007 14-1 straight pool championship. This is a story that we're hearing over and over, a 9-ball or 10-ball world champion. Go figure. Also a great straight pool player. Those of you who want to become great 9-ball players, there might be something to this. So this week we're going to feature Mika Immonen. I grabbed a rack from a straight pool run he made at the Derby City Challenge, and he ran 224 balls in 1 hour and 5 minutes, people. This is from Dennis Walsh's YouTube page. Please go to YouTube and support Dennis Walsh. Great amateur straight pool player and I believe over 200 ball runner and supporter of straight pools. So give Dennis your support as well, please. Things don't go as well as Mika would have hoped in this rack, but it's a really good demonstration of his ability to keep on fighting and figure out a way to get through the rack. Let's get into the rack. Mika had trouble in the end of the last rack, and for that reason, his cue ball is a long distance away. And I've kind of got the right end of the pool table cut off. That all of his work happens on the left end of this pool table, so we're not going to really miss anything. He only shoots one ball up there. But 7 feet away, 6 feet away from the object ball, watch the speed that Mika shoots this break shot with. Obviously, he's cueing low on the cue ball. Don't try and overpower it. Just make the ball and see what you can do. Keep the cue ball under control. It's all about accuracy of the pocketing the ball. Mika has 2 shots, the 8-ball and the 2. I think it's pretty obvious he's going to shoot the 2. And you notice he was just over there and took a look. He pointed his cue. What happens if what am I going to have to shoot at if my cue ball's over here? In order to shoot the 2 and get the cue ball to open up balls here, he's got to elevate. And that just really, he has such a slight angle on this 2. That's a really, that shot doesn't have a whole lot of future. So he's examining his options, and he finally decides to try and to pocket the 2 and follow past this. I think that's the 10 or the 12 right here. Follow past that to the rail and off. Then he's going to have a shot in this 13 ball up here. What I anticipated he was trying to do, and it looks like he gets there, is to get as straight as you can on this 13 in the corner. Now he's taking a look at the 1 ball, I believe. Not sure. But really taking his time to make sure he gives himself the best opportunity to get into these balls. And I think if he can get straight in or pass straight in, then he can shoot the 13 in the corner and follow to the rail. He can use the 15 to set up for this stripe to open this cluster, open the rack, or just get positioned to do that from down there. But he had something else in mind. Now, he had the other angle in that 13, so possibly he couldn't hold the cue ball here to have this angle. So now he has a couple of options. He can shoot the 15 or the 8-ball now, and he's looking at the 1. He's also got a shot on this 1. To me, this looks natural in that what I would like to do is remove the up-table ball, and I want to bounce the cue ball across table so I can get close to straight on this 15, because the 15 is the perfect key ball to set up this 12 to open the rack. But Mika's been looking at this 1. He's been eyeballing this 1 ball in the corner. That can also open up the balls, and I really like the way he does this. So the cue ball's right here. It's right about there. So he got it a little bit farther towards the center table than it was. It gives him a better angle on this 1. Now, just like the break shot that he just shot, watch his speed control on this. If I'm cutting this 1 ball, I'm going to be shooting a stun shot and hitting it real hard to try and open all those balls up. That's a really important lesson for straight pool players right there. He didn't blast that. Now, I said, if I was going to shoot that, I would want to blast it hard. You saw these 3 balls that moved the most from that cluster, this stripe, the 6, and the 5. None of those 3 balls touched a rail. If I hit that hard, all three of them would have gone to a rail and then rebounded back. And maybe it wouldn't have been as beneficial of a layout. So I talk about a lot about going into clusters softly, just hard enough to get balls open. And this is an eye-opener for me. That's a really good example. He just drew the cue ball lightly up table and let the balls separate. And from there, he has options. So now what's on his mind is getting a break shot, because there isn't a good break shot right now. And I don't remember what he's doing, but he's fighting for a break shot. Okay, so that was to give himself this angle on the 15 to come across and bump these balls and try and make a break shot. And did that work out? No. What do you do when it doesn't work out? Keep fighting. So he still wants to make a break ball. Now, he could stretch over the table and shoot the 10, but the 6 is easier to reach, to come up here and try and bump these and get a break ball. Remember, he's kind of freewheeling right now. This is the high run challenge at the Derby City Classic. So, do you see what he just did? And this is something I've noticed watching Mika play recently as well. He just sighted the 11 ball. The 4 ball, I believe, the 4 ball's in the rack, so it's not a viable break ball. But if you get the right angle on the 11, the 4 doesn't go, then you can bump the 14 over here to make it a break ball, and then the 4 ball goes back this way. That's something I would want to try and get on real soon, so that I hopefully have options if it doesn't work out. But really good straight pool players, I've noticed this, like Mika, can leave something like that late in the rack. They just have the utmost confidence that they're going to get there. So that's what Mika's looking at. How do you get there? This is a tough layout. You keep fighting. So I want to use the 7 ball, and so does Mika, to try and get the cue ball down here for that angle on the 11. So so he's going to shoot this is at the 10, I believe the 10 in this corner, obviously. What I'm going to be doing here is setting the cue ball somewhere high on this rail below the side pocket with right spin. It'll bring it over here, closer in the corner, and then it's going to come out like this. So I can get close to straight on this 7 and come down. Watch where Mika sends the cue ball. On purpose. Of course it's on purpose. Nice smooth draw, and brought it above the side pocket from there, which means it's coming lower on this rail and it's getting close to the 7. It's real championship cue ball control there. Now, he's not quite straight enough. I think he's trying to just kind of ease this in and get the cue ball past the 5, and it doesn't get there. What do you do when the cue ball doesn't get where you need it? You keep fighting. Try and get there. So he's still got it on his mind to get this angle on the 11 ball. This is a shot that I mentioned, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, and Mika doesn't shoot it, but this is that pinch draw. So he's got a fairly sharp angle on this 9 ball in the quarter pocket, in the side pocket rather, but he's close to the ball. So this is that pinch draw, a nice smooth medium hard draw stroke, and the cue ball is going to curve to the rail and then bounce straight out. And then you have you're close to the 5 ball, and you can reposition the cue ball for the correct angle on this 11. That's what I see. That's what I would try to do. Watch Mika's execution. This is a really great example of keeping on fighting. Low percentage opportunity, but he's really taking a look at it, studying it. Watch this cue ball. How do you think his speed control is going to be on this shot? How about perfect? How about that? Nudge the 5 ball over. Now, nudge the 14 over. Now, even when you nudge the 14 over for a break ball, where's your key ball? You don't have a key ball. He's got to use the 5 for a key ball, unless he banks the 5 in the side and tries and brings the cue ball over here for the 4. So, you want this kind of angle on the 5 so that you can bounce over for a break ball. Using a bridge, cutting a ball thin, 2 rails around the break ball to get the right angle. This is not the key ball shot that you want to have, but he takes a look at where he wants the cue ball, and I'm going to mark it right there, below the side pocket. What do you do when the cue ball doesn't get where you need it or isn't ideal? Keep fighting. Now, the cue ball didn't land where he wanted, but it's almost on that line. That was not an easy run. Mika does not get excited about difficult positions. That's simply the job of a straight pool player. You just figure out what to do and work the problem and just keep fighting. Now, this break shot, he's going to put a little bit more speed on because he's close to the object ball, and you want to force follow through the rack. And look at that cue ball. Back up and take a U-turn and a hook shot, and balls are wide open, and he's going to continue running. Great example of just keeping a positive attitude, not getting too concerned, just work the problem and keep fighting. I really love that about Mika. We all wish the best for Mika Immonen and hope to see him back on the pool table soon. Remember, stay positive, keep fighting, and play it straight. See you next week on Rack of the Week. Bye.